Hey everybody, it's Tony George from DocSports.com, and it is your Wednesday update. We're going to talk about 3 college basketball games, some leans, and a free play here momentarily. We're also going to address a little bit of a mistake that was made yesterday on the free play video where I named the wrong team. I said Illinois instead of Purdue, and I gave you Penn State. I did read your comments. A lot of F-bombs in there, and lots of hoping my family would slide on our gas truck and it would explode and they would all die. Amongst some other things said. Then we'll get to what's important, and that's winning money. So we're going to start with the NBA. 14-3 run, 7-unit top play tonight in the totals category. We had a winner last night on the under in the Boston and Houston game. 14-3 run, epic. Plus $3,500 for a $100 player over the last 17 picks. It's top play tonight. I don't need to hype it. DocSports.com, 2 days before the All-Star break. Stuff your wallet with cash. College basketball, 1-1 split last night. 4-unit pick hits, 2-unit pick lost. Crazy night last night in college basketball. A crazy night. And you can expect that from now till the end of March Madness. It's just tumultuous. It really is. And we're holding our own. But we want to do better. 2-0 sweep tonight. I got a totals play early, and I got a West Coast game late that will be a rocking chair 3-unit winner for you as well. Be sure and jump on board. We give you a free $60. You can go get that top play in the NBA for free. If you've never been a member, click the link in the description below. Thumbs up, subscribe, all those good things. But if you click that link, it'll take you right to Doc's site, and you can get a free $60 in an account and start winning. The NHL, I had these a-holes last night. We're in a small slump in the NHL. By the way, how's that new coach working? Pathetic performance by the Golden Knights last night. 4-0 loser to Minnesota. Wow. That's just a shake my head moment. Done taking them, I can tell you that. They're about as reliable as a fart after drinking a quart of X-Lax. So just put them aside. We're taking a step back in the NHL. We're in a slump. We're going to turn it around, just like we did in the NBA. We'll fire back up on Thursday. Last night, by the way, when you handicap 30 or 40 or 50 or 60 or even 70 games on any given day, starting at 4 o'clock in the morning Pacific time, by the time you roll up and do a video at 9 o'clock, your brain is scrambled eggs. So last night I said Illinois instead of Purdue when Penn State was, because I had Michigan State and Illinois on the brain and a bunch of other games. But nonetheless, I apologize for that. But, some of the comments were a little bit over the top, and that's all right. I'm a big boy. I have thick skin, One thing about being in this business, while they'll worship your success, they cannot wait to applaud your failure. Anytime you slip and fall, I don't care if you're on a 20-0 run and you lose one game, you're the lowest common denominator of human filth. This is usually from some guy sitting in his mom's basement with his Birkenstocks on, betting $10 parlays and calling you a piece of crap because your free pick didn't want to help him win his parlay. Well, okay. 847 plays over 2.5 years. You've hit 60.4% here. Don't like me? Go somewhere else and find that record. You won't. Guaranteed. Or a guy that tells you like it is every single day and admits his mistakes. So I mentioned Illinois instead of Purdue yesterday. I apologize for that. Okay? Nonetheless, rant now over. That being said, you're here to do one thing, win money. If you want to win money, I got a 7-unit NBA play tonight, but free play here. Let's get after it. There's huge games tonight all over the board. All over the place. There's a lot of landmines too. The best free tip you're going to get is if you're spreading around more than 2 or 3 games, maybe 4 on the weekend on any given day in the college basketball, it's going to be tough sledding because it's that time of year. And this is not an isolated incident. It's like this every year. And if you take a look at the landscape of college basketball, you're finding out that there's no clear-cut favorite to win it all this year. There's at least 8 to 12 teams that can win it all. Depends on how it goes. Just telling you. It's just not one team over everybody else this year. It's just not. And That being said, you take a look at some big games tonight here. Big East action. Creighton taking on Seton Hall. Seton Hall at home laying 6 to Creighton. Total 146 there. Xavier playing at Butler, catching 5.5. Butler has just given up 73 points per game their last 5. And they've lost 2 out of 5 or 3 out of 5? What? And then you have Kansas taking on West Virginia tonight. Kansas catching 1.5. Power rating number on that is 8 in favor of Kansas. That means it's a 9.5 point overlay. West Virginia is unbeaten at home. One thing about Bill Self, this time of year, heading into the end of the season, regular season, heading into the Big 12 tournament, which is played at the Sprint Center in Kansas City, he gets his team dialed in and ready for postseason action. That's what KU is built for. That's what Bill Self is built for. West Virginia is unbeaten at home. This is the type of game Kansas loses. West Virginia laying 1.5 with the inferior team. Morgantown is one of the toughest road trips to make. You got to fly to Pittsburgh, then you got to drive down there in a bus. You know, I think they're putting it, somebody told me an West Virginia alum, so they're putting in a landing strip down there, so it's not so bad for you can fly into Morgantown. But nonetheless, looks awfully tempting to take KU there, doesn't it? That might not work out real well for you. I can only lean West Virginia there. Maybe the under. Probably going to be a tooth and nail game. Probably under would be a good lean there as well. When it comes to Creighton and Seton Hall, Creighton just put up 94 on St. John's. They beat Xavier twice. Nova pounded DePaul. Anytime you got a team that can score like Creighton, 6 is a lot of points. You take a look at those 2 games. It's coin flip which one you want to take for a free play, but I will go ahead and take Creighton plus the 6 over Seton Hall tonight on the road as your official free play. I'd lean Xavier plus 5.5 against Butler. And West Virginia, Kansas, 9.5 point overlay. Something stinks to high heaven. I've had KU laying 3 in this game. West Virginia's minus 1.5. Take the under in that game. That's your lean. Have a great Wednesday.